Hello, welcome to another B's and T's. I am, as always, Tina. Hi, and this is again, as always, a channel about cross stitch. So yay! All right. So, let's go ahead and get started. What am I drinking today? Ah, there it is. I am going back to my mango madness, magic. I can say mango magic, really. This is Ahmad Tea Limited from London. I'm not honestly sure where I got it. I may have gotten it from a there's a store in my town that's run by Eastern European, I guess a family. My guess would be Russian, but I'm not 100% sure. And they have a lot of cool import things. So my guess is I probably found it there. Mm. Oh, it is mangoey. Oh, so good. And as usual, I do the 2 bags because I like really strong. Really strong and really sweet. Like me? No. Like me at all, actually. Mm. And I think I've told you about this before, my Taz mug, which I think I've had since high school. So this mug is maybe older than some of the people who are watching me. I don't know. It's been a while, so I'm old. That's why I'm hiding my hair. Hiding my gray hair behind my hat. But anyways, so personal life. Right now everything's been pretty good. I'm still healing. There have not been any setbacks or anything of that sort. So that's, obviously a good thing. So just continuing to uh kind of decide how to eat things. I know that sounds kind of weird, but what can be eaten and in what amounts. It's just going to be kind of a learning process for a while. So, it is what it is. I do have the curtains open, so, and it's definitely overcast. So, hopefully that's going to give a light, but it's not going to be too, too over glary. We'll see. The cat's enjoying it, so she loves it when I open the curtains. It's her HDTV is open, so all right. So yeah, personal life, that's about it. Work's been pretty busy this week again. I still don't understand why, but whatever. It is what it is. Um, that's really about it. I mean, nothing exciting was going on personally. I mean, obviously, I know a lot of crap's been going on, but just in my personal life, not a whole lot's been going on, which is okay. After a couple weeks ago, I'm really okay with it being quiet. Oh, and once again, I think I've talked about this before. I have this kind of electrical tape sort of stuff because of the way I sew, I put little holes in my skin. Not holes, but divots. So I wear this. So that's why I have a big blue thing on my finger. So yeah. All right. So milk haul. Not a whole bunch of mail today, so that's always. So hopefully I'll go through quick. First off was Liam asked about my video software. I wish I could tell you where I found it. I mean, I'll look for it online, and I'll post up a link in the links below here. I don't remember if somebody suggested it to me or if I just looked around and found it. I honestly don't remember. But it's called Bandicam, Bandicam. Now I do not personally do any sort of editing or anything like that. So I don't know if it does any of that, but when it just comes to like strict recording, it's actually very, very easy to use. It's very simple. It's pretty good quality. The videos that I do end up being several, like 3 or 4 gigs because it's recording in a pretty high quality. Not that you really want to see all this in a high quality, but you know. So it's nice. I really don't have any complaints about it. So that's a program to use. When it comes to editing, unfortunately you have to ask someone else. Sorry. So yeah. So oh yeah, healing. I had mentioned Legos last week, and again, I think a different Lego shirt. That's just weird coinkydink. Healing Gamer said that they had Lego. They love Legos and they have a bunch of them. So if you ever want to get rid of them, I'm just saying I'll give you a good price. Always looking up my collection. Anyway, so yeah. Um, and Kalina or Kay. So we had this whole thing about the whole pronunciation thing. So she said just call her Kay. So all right, Kay. She was talking about a few different things. First off, as a she lives in the UK. I know I'm touching my eyes. I'm terrible. I'm taboo. So as a shameless Anglophile, I have to say that I'm jealous that you live in the UK. You said you lived for 12 years, and you may not want to answer the question. If you don't, that's fine. I'm kind of curious as to where you lived before. Um, by your name, I'm going to assume, and no, actually, no, I'm not going to assume because assuming is bad. Um, I don't know if you moved from the US or if you moved from somewhere else. If you moved from somewhere other than the US, your English is amazing, so awesome. Um, but anyway, but again, that's private. So if you don't want to answer, that's really cool. Or talk to me privately. That's fine. Anyway, so you know, I visited London about it was 98, so over 20 years ago. Um, if I had my druthers, I'd go back. Well, I want to go back to London no matter what, obviously. But what I really want to do is I really want to take some time and see Scotland and see Ireland. Um, my mother's family um, well, I mean, obviously we're very American, but before we were American, we were English, and then before we were English, it looks like we were both Scottish and Irish. I'm thinking maybe more Scottish than Irish. And apparently, somewhere in Scotland, there is actually a castle with our family name, different spelling, but the more Scottish spelling of our family name, which I would love to go see. I mean, it'll probably never happen, but it's what is it if wishes were anyway, whatever. I don't forget how that thing goes, but anyway, um, she also talked about thread heaven and thread magic. She said that as far as she knew, neither of them discolored the fabric, which is good. And also about the shorter lengths for metallic threads. When it comes to DMC, I do pretty long threads and even overdyes. I have played with Krynic before, and I used shorter threads than I usually do, and I had no problem with Krynic. I mean, yes, it's a little different, but it sewed up fine. I have tried those DMC metallic, I forget what it's called, and I had a horrible time. In fact, something I'm going to show you today was supposed to have some of that DMC metallic, and what I did was I just used the non-metallic regular DMC color because every DMC metallic has a regular DMC color to it too. So I just used the non-metallic version, and you know what? That's fine because I am not dealing with that. I don't have time for that kind of annoyance. I got plenty more annoyances in my life. Um, let's see. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, she was talking about bumblebees. Unfortunately, a couple had died on her windowsill, and she said she might put those in resin. If you do put them in resin, please show me a picture because I'm really curious about that. That would be really fascinating to have a bee in resin. To be able to look at it. So that'd be really cool. I have no idea how to do it, but the final product would look really neat. So, oh yeah, and she also talked about the two Disney needle minders that I had on my project. It was a Cheshire Cat and I don't know what the other one was. Sorry. Um, it's the funny thing is I have those two, at least those two needle minders, and I also have an Alice in Wonderland project bag. But it's an okay movie. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite Disney movie by far. So it's just a weird coincidence that I happen to have those. I have a lot of Disney needle minders, a lot, stupid amount. I just got more. Which reminds me, I need to grab this. Okay, cool. for show and tell later. Yeah, so I have a lot of Disney needle minders, and so they will pop up from time to time whenever, depending on what I'm working on and all that good stuff. So, all right. Oh, last one. Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. I just did a binge of all your videos last night. I'm sorry it took so long to do it. But I love the stuff you're working on. I think I'd mentioned it to you before that my mom went to South America last year, and she saw the sloths there, and now she's like totally obsessed with them, which is adorable. I actually got her some sloth socks for Christmas last year, and so I really want to do that for her. I changed up the colors some, and because I was gonna use a fabric, now I might change the fabric, so I don't know if I'm gonna change the colors back. So I might have to do a little work on that one before I can actually start it, but I do want to start it. Excuse me. Her birthday's in August, so mid-August. So I do have I I still have time to start it. I don't know how long it took you. Um, and it doesn't look all that big. I don't think it'll take that long. So I could get it done for a birthday, but it's not. I don't have to get it done for a birthday. It's not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, so I'll figure that out later. Alright, so that is the emails, I believe. So, um, next is going to be new starts. Ah, no, actually no new starts. I was thinking, no, because what I worked on was, uh, one I already worked on. Works in progress. Um, so, I finished one thing, and I'll do that in a second. But after I finished that, I decided to actually go back to my Good Omens. I don't have my phone with me. I'm sorry. I have a Good Omens stained glass, and unfortunately, it was Etsy, so I don't have a picture of it. Uh, I will link that below. Um, but it's if you guys have not seen that show, it's on not Netflix. I'm sorry, it's on Amazon, free for any Prime view. Anybody who has Prime, it's really worth watching. It's only 6 episodes, 1 hour each, a little less than 1 hour each. So I mean, it's very bingeable even in a day. Um, but it's hilarious. It's David Tennant and Michael Sheen and John Hamm and Francis McDermott, and God, just great, you know. And yes, Bendy Cumberbatch for like less than 2 minutes, but still. But yeah, it's really amazing. So definitely watch it. But I'm actually very proud of myself. I did a lot of work. And I haven't shown this in a while, so I apologize. Probably last time I showed it was maybe my whip parade, so you might want to go back. I think that's like maybe the second or third video I did. But so I filled in, and I hate the coverage. There are white spots, but there's nothing I can do. I want to say that this is 16 count Ada, I believe. It's either 14 or 16. I'm not sure. It's definitely not 18. I got a little bee and a little otter, which works out for me well. Oh, come on. Come on. Focus. There you go. Alright. I think we're focusing now. So I did the 2 red parts oh, 3 actually, that, and that up top. And then I filled in a lot of this green over here, the white, and then that white, as well as the blue and yellow, and this is Crowley's head, so I'm starting to fill in his hair last night. And you're not focusing. This has nothing to do with my Bandicam. It has everything to do with my very cheap ass, camera, which I I didn't want to invest in something. Come on. I didn't want to. There we go. Hey, hey. Okay, well, I didn't want to invest in something if I wasn't going to stick with this. The fact that I seem to be sticking with it means that I will probably go ahead and try to invest in something fairly soon. The only bad part of that is I know how this works and I know how this sets up. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be a problem, to introduce something different. So we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, I've got a good bit done. This is the end of page. This is page 2. Page 1 is over here covered. Once I get page 2 done, I'll go ahead and probably Q-snap this, take a few pictures, put it up on Instagram, and then I'll probably get started with page 3 over here. It is, I believe it's either 5 pages across and 6 down, or 6 pages across and 5 down. Either way, I want to say it's 30 total pages. It's a lot. This is huge. This is just, so the background, and then this is Crowley's wing right here, and then Crowley's face, obviously. And this is not actually Aziraphale's wing. It's a background design. So, yeah, there's a lot to go. I'm looking at the picture now. I think it's 5 across and 6 down. Because it looks long. It's definitely longer than it is wide. So, anyway, that actually, other than what I finished, is the only thing that I worked on this week. Because I gotta finish. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry about this. Come on. Come on. Are you focusing? I am sorry about my camera. I don't know what's going on. But I finished. This is Antique Cups and Spoons. I believe Shakespeare's Peddler. Yeah, Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is I believe this is a 14 count Ada. I don't know if that's the white chocolate mocha, or maybe that's sand. I'm not 100% sure. This is Brown Bear is the there we go. That's the string there. And I love the variegation in it. I think I mentioned this last time. I was going up and down for all of them, so they all have the same variegation. Now, the teacups, the actual words, it was kind of impossible to totally go up and down. Hey, we focused. All right. So that was a little bit of a cheat, unfortunately. But yeah, really, I like the way it looks. Once again, this is just going into my box of shame because I have no idea what I want to do with it. Though I do have a lot of extra fabric down here, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I want to do something with that. All right. So that is everything I've worked on this week so far. Just the well, not so far, but just the finishing up the teacups, and also the working a little bit more on Good Omens, which is great because I haven't worked on that. Excuse me. In a while, so I'm really, really glad to get back to it because it has a lot to do, and I really want to see how it looks done. And yes, I'm using a chopstick to stir because classy AF. All right, so there is a little bit of haul. Some of it is monthly stuff. Some of it is stuff I ordered before. Some of it is new. So the monthly, and apparently, so if you're in the color and cotton and you haven't got fabric of the month and you haven't got your fabric, look away. They're doing it different this time. It's oh boy, that's washing it out. That's okay. That's actually closer. But it's called Swiss Coffee. They're doing like a bigger. I guess they're folding it less, but whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter to me. Swiss Coffee. Now it's not very variegated at all. In fact, really sure it is at all. It looks like it's a very basic color, but it's a great, just like a true neutral, like a kind of a beigey, sandy sort of color, which is the color I kind of use the most. So that's like, it's absolutely perfect. I love it. It's the normals 18 count Ada, their normal 13 by 17 cut, which is, I guess, a fat eighth, but kind of a smallish fat eighth, but it still works. Also, um, in the loot category here, Bendy Stitchy Michelle had a Bendy Flip um, auction a while ago, or not an auction, but a sale, which she does online sometimes. And so she has a supplier in the UK who does these really cute little flips. I'm sorry, I'm getting slime strange today. Um, and so once in a while she'll send over a big old package from the UK, and Michelle will do a big old sale, and she'll talk about it. I mean, she'll advertise it in her videos and stuff. So I mean, it's, she gives a warning. And so this one, I was actually pretty good. I didn't do as bad as I have in the past. I did get 3 of the little bendy flips. These are, let's see, what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 12. So you've got one side that holds your pattern and your whatever else, scissors and all that good stuff, and then these are 12 little pockets that you can hold your floss in. So 12 individual little pockets. So they're good, obviously for smaller projects like Lizzie Kate's and things like that. So this is they're really cool. This is, I don't know, I guess they all came in. Okay. Usually they come in white, the fronts. A couple of these actually came in colors in blue, which is really pretty. So this one is kind of Day of the Dead cats, which I thought were really, really cute. And then these are also 12. And I have a larger one of this one. So this is hedgehogs. I already have one thing in that particular pattern. And take the note out here. And then we have Doctor Who. I've got some oud. No, it's not an oud. I don't remember. Oh, I'm a terrible Who fan. Oh well. Anyway, I forgot which bad guy that was. Is that Davros? Anyway, sorry. I'm a terrible Doctor Who fan. But anyway, so I've got those 3. Not sure what I'm going to put in them yet. I have patterns, but I think most of them are going to be too big for those. So I'll figure something out. They will get used. And I love, because I was Seaweed Otter before on YouTube, and so obviously I've recently changed over to B's and T's. So kind of a joke between Michelle and I am now officially, it won't read. There we go, Bees and Seaweed. So that works. And mine was gonna be Bees and Seaweed. That's fine with me. I think it's hilarious. Um, one other thing, one thing that I did get, and I was a bad floss tuber. I put most of them. I got into a fit of trying to organize my cross stitch shit, which I do sometimes. And in a peak of fit, I organized some things that I had just bought, and so I don't have them to show you, but I got a whole crap load of really awesome needle minders from Vicki, StitchNButton, who is absolutely amazing. She has like the best needle minders. The only one that I have not, ironically, put in a pattern yet was my Plague Doctor, which was the reason why I went there originally, because I have a Plague Doctor pattern that I need to switch this out with. But as you can see, they're kind of like a white, plasticky resin sort of thing, and they're about this size, about fit in your palm there. Whoops, I'll grab that in a second. Anyway, so that they're about that size, and she's got everything. She's got you know, snarky and Disney and cute and just I got a couple of trying to think what all I got from her. I got an Ursula. She has got the tentacles behind her. I also got a Disney villains one that had a whole bunch of different villains. Um, the Plague Doctor. I got one of. She sent nicely. She sent one of her own, which is like her logo. So that's always cool. I always love an extra needle miner. And I'm being stared at by my cat. Anyway, so apparently I'm talking and I woke her up. So you know she's not getting her 20 hours of sleep a day. But anyway, so I don't remember the other ones I got. I'm sorry about that. But I just got a really bunch of really cool ones, and the prices are really good. So I will try to remember to put her uh, in the links as well. But she's StitchNButton on eBay. I mean not eBay. I'm sorry. Etsy. Try Etsy. And the very last thing, I don't know that I really want to go through all of these. So there's a place called CrossStitchingSupplies.com, which, okay, well, anyway, I can't get that to, I'm getting a glare from the cloudy outside, but CrossStitchingSupplies.com had a sale of like a buy three get one free of overdyes, and they were also a pretty good price. They were below like the 250 that you usually see in most stores. So, I definitely took advantage and got a crap load of um let's see, I think this is actually a good bit of weeks, a few classic colorworks. I think maybe only one, or yeah, I think I only got one gentle art. Um, So these are going to be for a couple of different projects. Actually, three different projects. I don't remember all of them. StitchNButton, Vicki had finished. Oh, what was it called? It was. Hold on a moment. It might be easier just to do this so that I don't just keep saying So I apologize. Just un momento, por favor. Alright, there we go. Okay, so the ones I got them for, my box, I know I've shown this before, my box of patterns, but let's not put that in front of the screen. Haha. So Vicki had finished Ink Circles, Elegant Squid, and she had asked if anybody was interested, I believe, and I had said yes, please. So I got Elegant Squid, and I forgot which colors I got for it. I'm gonna have to figure out which colors are for which, so I apologize for that. I believe the second thing I got them for was for the Cottage Garden Dream. Autumn Dream, sorry, Autumn Dream. I just think this is beautiful. I love autumn. Fall is my favorite uh, uh, time of year, definitely. And I'm not gonna do it on this pink fabric, but I'll find something pretty for it. Probably that, maybe something like that that sandy sort of one I got from um, Colored Cotton this month. So anyway, but it's really really pretty. I love all the autumn colors. And then the third one, and this needs Krynic, and I don't know if I have the Krynic, so I'll have to check. The Queen That Was, I believe this was a new release this year, in Nashville. Um, the gold like is in her crown, and I believe it kind of goes around. Um, but that's just really really cool. And I mean, I could always do it in something other than Krynic. Although, as I said before, I don't really have a problem with Krynic. But so, again, like I said, I'll have to figure out which fabrics are for which. And I think because I had a couple of extra, I think I got one extra color that I just liked to make it 4 again. I know that's terrible because you're saving money, but you're still spending money to save it. But, you know, hey, whatever. I don't, my selection of overdyes is not all that great. I've got this, which is mostly, I don't know if I've shown this before. I gotta be really careful to show this, but not, like, throw it everywhere. These are all DMC, and these are some of my Cryonics, as you can see. And then these are some, these are those ones I got from the UK, the black, which is, it's not variegated, it's just, a replacement for 310. I've got a couple of Moe's sales, and I don't even remember where I've got all these. A couple of Moe's sales, a couple of Carrie's creations. I think this is a Veriswa? Yeah. I've got 2 Veriswa, 1 Cottage Garden, and a couple of Dinky Dyes. And oh, this is, I think this is left over from the Halloween one. This is a glow-in-the-dark Cryonic, which is awesome. And this might actually be the antique gold I need. Hold on 1 second. Is it? I don't know. It just has a number. So I don't know if that's the gold I need for the queen that was. We'll see. So I have that, and then the other one I have. I guess we're doing a little bit of a thread show today. I did just reorganize these. So this row and that are classic colors. These are only a couple of colored cottons. I don't have very many of those at all. This and this, those are weeks. Oh, and those are, oh, I'm sorry. No, I apologize. I apologize. Oh boy, I've got these. I've got some weeks. I apologize. I've actually got some problems here. So, these are Gentle Arts. I apologize, and these are weeks. But I've got some mixed in, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more organizing. Oops. But anyway, so that's all I've got, other than this, all this wonderfulness that came in. I love. There's a few of these I just love, like grits. It's kind of a white. What else is in here that's really nice? Cauldron, kind of a bluish, a bluey, purpley sort of color. Red rocks, kind of a rusty red. Anyway, but ooh, and one more, frosted sage, which I actually. Oh wow, that is okay. Well, I'm sorry, that light color is not showing, but so I have frosted sage in another project, but which has not been started yet. So I do have some more frosted sage, but that is for a totally different project. So they are being separated. All right. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I apologize. This is coming out longer than I expected. So let me move along. So no FFOs as usual. Plans. Once again, as normal, I don't really have any. I'd like to at least finish that page for Good Omens, and I don't remember who it was I was talking with about Smaug. I think it may have been Kay. Smaug is going to come out of his timeout pretty soon. I'm feeling the itch to stitch him a little bit more, so I think he is going to come out of timeout this week. So my plans tentatively are probably to finish the page on Good Omens and then probably move back along to Smaug. We'll see. So, oh, FlossTuber of the week, and I cannot believe that I have not said them before. Sorry, guys. Married with Stitches. Christian and Derek. They are a married couple in North Carolina, not that far from me actually, and they are hilarious. I've talked about their Fortnite fabrics before, but somehow I have not actually um, highlighted their YouTube page. But they are hilarious. They're called Fortnite because um, um, they post up every 2 weeks. Although it's been like 3 weeks now. So, but I mean, things are a bit crazy now, so it's all right. But yeah. So they have a YouTube, then they have their fabric, um, and I just got an invoice for Fortnite. So my monthly Fortnite should be coming in if I'm lucky by next week, because I love their stuff. I love their stuff. But yeah, they're really funny, and they have dogs, and they have cats, and they sometimes drink and snack, and they're great. Just go watch them. For the stitching website of the week, I'm actually going to put up cross stitching supplies, which is where I got the um, all this all this beautiful thread. Hopefully that'll be my if I'm really lucky, that'll be my thumbnail. We'll see. Anyway, but yeah, where I got all that beautiful thread, and I don't know how often they do sales. I don't even honestly, I'm not even sure how I found that website. I don't remember if somebody pointed it to me or not. But I mean, the shipping was really fast. They were really great to work with. So if they have another sale like that, it's entirely possible I could take advantage of it again. So we'll see. So that of course will be below. The non-stitching website of the week. I'm gonna do since it's been a Doctor Strange kind of week. I've just been watching a lot of Doctor Strange videos, and I don't know why. I haven't watched the movie in, I don't know, a month or two. I watch it once in a while because it's one of my I know I'm touching my face again. It's one of my comfort movies that I can just put on in the background and not pay all that much attention to, and just be like, I love this movie. Anyway, I can't even tell you how many times I've watched Doctor Strange. It's ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as Ghostbusters. I've seen that more, but Doctor Strange may be catching up. But anyway, so I was watching YouTube, and somebody had a picture of um, Marvel Comics Strange Tales number 110, which is the first comic where Doctor Strange, where he was introduced, his first appearance. And I looked at it and I'm like, that's not the cover, because I've seen the cover. I have the cover. And so I did a little Google foo. Hold on one second, I'm sorry. Did a little Google foo, and I found out that there's a guy, and Howard Hollis, I believe is his name. He did a project where he found a really bad copy of Strange Tales 110 with no cover. So what he did was he used some of the art from either inside that particular um, that particular comic, or one of the later comics, and he made a new cover for it, and it's a really cool cover because the Strange Tales 110 does not actually have Doctor Strange on it at all. No picture of him or anything. And this one has a really nice piece of art from a different comic, a later Strange Tales, I believe. So the website, I know this is a roundabout way of saying, it's the Doctor Strange Custom Covers Project. And again, I'll put in a link. And he did it for several, maybe a dozen or so, maybe a few more, different Doctor Strange or Strange Tales covers that he thought could use some juicing up. And they're really good. I mean, he did a good job. I mean, it's more photo manip than anything else, and maybe zhooshing up the colors and all that good stuff. But I mean, he did a good job, and they look really nice. And I'm telling you, I would not mind having a Strange Tales 110 with that particular cover on it, with the um, this guy's cover on it. So yeah, that was actually really really cool. All right, so last thing is going to be the random bee fact. Kind of funny but kind of sad. Um, Bees mate high in the sky. Afterward, the male bee loses his reproductive organs and dies. So yeah, there's a lot of ways that bees can die. They can sting you. They can have sex. I don't know that it's really all that good to be a bee. Anyway, um, all right. So I think I've probably rambled on enough. So nothing else really going on. Don't forget like, subscribe, please. That's always makes me happy. Comment. I love comments. Um, I will always respond. Most of the time, I will say something in the next episode, unless it's just something real small comment. I can just say a quick thank you to. But yeah, I guess that's about it. So I will talk to all you guys later. Bye.